Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving straight into the really fascinating and, honestly, pretty delicate science of supporting the reproductive health of our exotic pets. Whether you're looking after vibrant macaws, scaly reptiles, or those delicate little small mammals, bringing healthy new life into the world takes some incredibly precise care.
Let's kick things off by just taking a second to acknowledge our massive responsibility as caretakers. We're stepping in to provide the absolute best care for these beautiful, speechless animals who rely 100% on us for their well-being, and really, for their legacy. Out in the wild, nature offers this vast, complex buffet of nutrients that perfectly triggers their breeding cycle. But in captivity, recreating that perfect natural support system to guarantee stronger generations is entirely on our shoulders.
Section 1. The exotic breeding problem.
There is a pretty heartbreaking contrast between the biological realities of captive breeding and what we actually want to achieve. On one hand, we're facing some very real threats, right? Low fertility, poor egg quality that just leads straight to failed incubation, and unpredictable hormonal imbalances that can literally stop reproduction in its tracks. But on the flip side, we have the gold standard of exotic care. We're talking undeniable vitality, incredible stamina, high hatch rates, and super healthy, vibrant offspring. So to bridge that huge gap, we really need to look at the biological barriers standing in the way.
And the main thing to understand here is that these animals face severe biological hurdles right out of the gate. Hormonal imbalances can entirely ruin mating success before it even has a chance to start. And honestly, even if mating does happen, poor egg quality means those eggs just aren't going to hatch. Breeding takes a staggering amount of energy. The core issue is that exotic metabolisms need these massive micronutrient surges during breeding season, and everyday diets just don't cut it. Your basic seed mixes, greens, or standard pellets fall incredibly short. They just don't have the high-octane fuel required to create new life.
Section 2. Nutritional solutions for fertility.
When we zoom in on the exact cellular needs to fix these problems, things get really interesting. It's all about highly targeted components. For instance, just 20 milligrams of the amino acid L-Arginine acts like an engine for physical vitality. Then you've got 10 milligrams of vitamin E, which is basically a cornerstone vitamin needed to prime reproductive health. We also need 5 milligrams of zinc to act as a catalyst for cellular function, plus 200 micrograms of folic acid to make sure the offspring grow up physically and neurologically healthy. And to top it off, 5 milligrams of choline chloride rounds out the whole profile to keep their stamina up during the really exhausting breeding process.
But science actually shows us that vitamins and minerals alone aren't quite enough. Fixing these deep-rooted biological issues takes holistic, natural support. And that brings us to Ayurvedic herbal extracts. These are ancient plant-based powerhouses used for centuries to naturally and safely balance hormones. These botanical ingredients perfectly bridge the gap between basic nutrition and advanced physiological support for our exotics.
Check this out. When you integrate exactly 10 milligrams of ashwagandha extract with 10 milligrams of Tribulus terrestris extract, you get a remarkably powerful, natural breeding support formula. Ashwagandha is famous for helping the body manage intense stress and balance internal systems. Meanwhile, Tribulus terrestris has this long-standing scientific track record for directly boosting meeting stamina and performance. Put them together, and they create a biological synergy that hits hormonal imbalances right at their root.
So what's the ultimate solution you get from mixing these vitamins, amino acids, and Ayurvedic herbs? It's a measurable, direct improvement in both the quality of the eggs produced and the successful hatch rates. By totally supporting the parent's health at a microscopic, cellular level, we're making sure the resulting eggs have those strong shells, the nutrient-dense yolks, and the sheer genetic vitality they need to hatch and actually thrive.
And what's totally amazing is this nutritional approach isn't just for one specific animal. Because the fundamental mechanics of reproduction share so many similarities, these solutions work across a wildly diverse range of species. It's a biological blueprint that is just as ideal for vibrant birds like macaws and cockatiels as it is for reptiles like iguanas and tortoises, and even small mammals like rabbits and hamsters. The need for stamina, hormonal balance, and premium offspring quality is pretty much universal across all these incredible, speechless wonders.
Section 3. Meet BREEDVEX by MBS NUTRISCIENCE.
So how do we actually deliver all of this? Enter BREEDVEX. This is a specialized 50 milliliter veterinary liquid designed to deliver those exact amino acids, vitamins, and herbal extracts we just talked about, but in a highly absorbable format. It's been expertly formulated so a massive variety of animals can easily and effortlessly take it into their systems. The manufacturer behind this is MBS NUTRISCIENCE, and they operate on a really clear philosophy:
feeding the future, healing with science. Their entire focus is firmly rooted in using safe, scientifically formulated ingredients to guarantee the long-term well-being and generational health of exotic animals.
And of course, uncompromising safety is completely non-negotiable. Manufactured in India, this formula is backed by some incredibly rigorous global certifications, including GMP, ISO, and kosher. That means every single drop of those delicate Ayurvedic herbs and essential vitamins meets the absolute highest safety standards for your pets.
When it comes to intense breeding seasons, getting the dosage right is super easy. Because it's a liquid, it just mixes straight into their drinking water or soft food. You're looking at roughly 1 to 2 milliliters per liter for birds and reptiles and about 1 milliliter for small mammals. It seamlessly integrates into their normal routine, completely avoiding any added physical stress for the animal.
But what about year-round reproductive health? Well, there's a gentle maintenance dose of just 0.5 to 1 milliliter per liter. That tiny bit is enough to keep their systems gently and constantly supported, even when they're totally outside of their peak breeding seasons.
Section 4. Nature's support for generations.
Science absolutely gives us the tools to mimic nature's perfection, exactly like the ones we've explored in this explainer today. But ultimately, it is entirely up to us to actually use them. So, I'm going to leave you with this to think about. Now that you're armed with this biological insight, how will you apply this knowledge to guarantee a thriving, strong future for the speechless, exotic animals relying entirely on you? Thanks for diving into this with me today.